Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host, Mr. Brody, is here right behind me, not in his co-host seat. He just went over into the back room there, so hopefully he'll be back a little later. Get a drink of water. So anyway, it's going to be the Seattle Mariners taking on the Oakland Athletics. Currently, the Seattle Mariners are just 2-5. They were actually 5-2 to start the season, so they're off to a slow start. ICHIRO Suzuki is off to a good start, as we are doing a career replay of his rookie season here. He's fared well. He is not starting in this game, but hopefully will come on to pinch hit later on. So without further ado, let's get this game underway. It's been a little while since we played the series. I'm kind of busy with work and everything at the end of the year, but we're getting there. And let's hear what's going on here.
Pitching for Oakland, Mark Mulder. Leading off for Seattle, right fielder, Stan Javier.
Alright, so Mark Mulder is on the hill for the Oakland Athletics against Aaron Sele, ex-Red Sox player for the Seattle Mariners. Alright, so let's take a look at the lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. As you can see, we still haven't fixed Stan Javier's picture there. He's still got the Dodgers uniform. And Stan Javier, the right fielder, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Mike Cameron, the center fielder. Batting third will be Brett Boone, second baseman. Batting cleanup is Edgar Martinez, the DH. John Elwood, the first baseman, hits fifth. Mark McLemore is the left fielder, hitting sixth. Carlos Guillen, the shortstop, bats seventh. Dan Wilson is behind the plate, batting eighth. And David Bell is your third baseman, hitting ninth. As you can see, ICHIRO Suzuki is not in the starting lineup. Alright, so on the hill is Mark Mulder. So far in the replay, he is got a 1-0 record. He's pitched a complete game, allowing only 3 hits and 7 strikeouts. So he had a fine performance. I'm not sure if that was. I don't think that was against the Mariners. Could be wrong on that one. I didn't actually check the. Would have shown it in that play thing before the game, which I did not read. Well, it could have been him, possibly. Let's just see. We can check it real quick here, though. I guess we can't right here. Actually, we could check it over here. Let's check it over here. Why are we not? Anyway, no worries. So Stan Javier to lead it off. He comes in hitting .444 in the season. 8 for 18. So Mulder looks in. So let's look at the defense behind Mulder. It's going to be Damon in left, Long in center, and Jeremy Giambi getting the start in right. Not a very good defensive outfield there. And all with below average arms. In the infield, a little different. Chavez is an excellent defender at third. Tejada, Menchino, and Jason Giambi in the infield. All pretty average. Menchino was a little bit above average. So Chavez and Menchino, the best defenders there. Fasano behind the plate is very poor range. There's Mr. Brody with a slightly below average arm. And Mulder above average defensively on the hill. So here's the windup in the pitch by Mulder. And that's going to fall in there for a base hit.
Fielder, Mike Cameron.
So Javier is on with a leadoff single. Mike Cameron up now. Cameron comes in hitting .310 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. So Mulder looks in for the sign. Javier will be held on by Jason Giambi. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be swing for strike one, swing and a miss. And they throw over to first. He's back safely. So we have an early score here. Minnesota 2, Detroit 1 in the 6th. So quickly in the hole is Cameron, 0-2. Another swing and a miss. A little dribble to short. Tejada up with it. Only play is to first.
Second baseman, Brett Boone.
So Cameron is retired as Javier moves into scoring position. So National League score, the Dodgers lead the Diamondbacks 6-1 in the third. So Brett Boone up now. Brett Boone hitting .258 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. Has scored 6 runs. So a chance for an RBI here to get the Mariners on the board early. So he holds up for ball 1. Fastball for ball 2. 2-0 the count. So a good hitter's count for Boone. And took a strike. 2-1 now. Little dribbler back up the middle. And Chino up with it, up over to first. As Javier moves to third now with 2 down. So Edgar Martinez with a chance to put the Mariners on the board first. Comes in hitting .231 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. And Giambi takes it. He'll take it to the bag himself to end the inning.
Seattle, Aaron Sele. Leading off for Oakland, left fielder, Johnny Damon.
So we do have a final. Baltimore beat Boston 6-4. And there's Miss Mags here. Miss Mags joining us. Mr. Brody. Mr. Brody's huffing and puffing. It's a little warm out today. Just got back from his walk. So Aaron Sele on the hill for the Mariners. He has an 0-1 record. He's pitched 6 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 homer, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Whip of 1, and opponents are only hitting 190 off of him. So he did not get much run support. Well, actually, he did give up a few runs there. So good stats, but just did not get the breaks there. So Johnny Damon will lead it off for the Oakland Athletics. The 7-0 Oakland Athletics. Next, he'll be followed by Frank Menechino, the second baseman. Batting third is Jason Giambi, the first baseman. Valdez is the DH, batting cleanup. Batting fifth is Miguel Tejada, the shortstop. Eric Chavez, the third baseman, hits 6th. Terrence Long in center field will bat 7th. The right fielder getting a start today is the brother of Jason Giambi, Jeremy Giambi, bats 8th. And Sal Fasano is behind the plate getting a start today, hitting 9th. So Damon comes in hitting just .167 with an RBI. So the defense behind Sele is going to be McLemore in left, Cameron in center, Javier in right. So Cameron, excellent defender in center with an average arm. McLemore and Javier above and below average respectively, a little bit with below average arms. The infield is going to be Bell, Guillen, Boone, and Olerud, all slightly above average, except for Guillen, who's below average at shortstop. And Dan Wilson behind the plate above average with a well below average arm. And Sele, a good defender with an 8 rating, just like Mulder, on the hill. So Sele looks in for the sign from Wilson. Nods his head. Here's the windup and the pitch. So dribble it again. He's up with it. Over to first. And Damon is retired. Menechino up now. So Menechino comes to the plate. He's had just 1 at bat in the replay. He's 0 for 1. Getting a start today. Does have an RBI. And that's going to be lined into the corner. Poor play by David Bell. That's going to be for extra bases. So Menechino ends up at second with a 1-out double. So Giambi with a chance to put the Oakland Athletics on the board. He's murdered Seattle pitching so far. Overall, he's hitting .360 with 5 homers and 12 runs batted in. He's got at least 3 homers against the Mariners so far. So Sele looks in for the sign. Here's the windup in the pitch. And just below the belt for strike 1. Lines this one down the first base line, but foul. So quickly in the hole is Giambi. We have another score. Anaheim leads Texas 2-0. And he strikes out Giambi on 3 pitches. So 2 down now for Mario Valdez. He's at 1 at bat, and he's got a base hit, 1 for 1 with an RBI. And pitch to Valdez is going to be low for ball 1. 2-0 the count. Quickly goes to 3-0. We're going to get aggressive here. And it's going to be a breaking ball for strike 1. Across the knees for strike 2. And this one's going to be popped up down the third base line. Bell gives chase, but that'll be out of play. And he'll draw the walk. Probably should have stayed aggressive there.
Shortstop, Miguel Tejeda.
So Los Angeles continues to lead Arizona 6-1 in the third. Miguel Tejeda up now. Hitting .286 with 3 homers and 7 runs batted in. And that's going to be a ball for 1-0 the count. And that'll be a base hit. That's going to go off the wall. And that was an interesting animation there. But that'll put the Oakland Athletics on the board on the RBI double by Tejeda. They hold Valdez at third. He's a very poor runner. So Chavez up now. Chavez hitting .375 with 2 homers and 9 runs batted in. 2-0 the count. That's a line down the first baseline foul. 3-1 the count. Let's get aggressive here. And that's a pop to right. And Jeremy Jambi, Javier will come in and make the catch for out number 3. We have another score. Houston leads Milwaukee 9-7 in the 6th. Remember, Milwaukee was, I think that Milwaukee was, trying to think if Milwaukee was in the National League then back then yet. I think they were, and Houston definitely was back then. So those are 2 teams that switch leagues. Well, Houston will later switch into the American League. The defending world champion Houston Astros. Alright. Actually, hold on. Did they win it last year? No, they didn't. It was the year before. Alrighty, how quickly we forget. So, Olerud up now. He'll lead it off for the Seattle here on the top of the second. Hitting .167 with 3 runs batted. Olerud's been struggling so far. And he strikes out. Brings up Mark McLemore. .240 with an RB with 3 runs batted in. Dribble to short. And Tejeda cannot find the handle on that one. So McLemore will reach on the error by Tejeda. You know, quickly I forget it was Houston last year. The Cubs the year before, so definitely can tell I'm getting older here. So we're forgetting recent facts here. But we are almost into the middle of the season here. Well, into May anyway. 2 months in. Getting closer and closer to that midpoint of the season. Still early yet, though. Alright, so now it will be Carlos Guillen, shortstop, hitting .217 on the season, still looking for his first RBI. McLemore being held on by Giambi. And it's going to be in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 the count, swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Count goes to 2-2. And that's hit down the left field line. Damon gives chase, but that'll be out of play. And that one's fouled down the third base line. And that's a dribbler off the middle. That'll get through. Seeing eye single there. And we're going to hold McLemore.
Catcher, Dan Wilson.
So Minnesota leads Detroit 3-1 in the 8th. Dan Wilson up now with runners on first and second. Wilson comes in hitting just .185 with 6 runs batted in. Does have 6 RBIs though in 7 games, so his production's been there when he has gotten the hits. So 1-1 the count now on Wilson. Count goes to 2-1. Maybe we'll do a little hit and run here. Runners off with a pitch. And that keeps him out of the double play anyway, as he grounds out to second. So a single could score 2 now. David Bell up now. Bell is off to a great start, hitting .455 with 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. See if he can continue his hot hitting and put the Mariners on the board. Possibly give them the lead. It's going to be ball 1 inside. 1-1 the count now on Bell. This one's hit to right, but playable. And Giambi makes the catch to end the inning. So they strand 2 runners in scoring position. And after 1.5, it's Oakland 1 and Seattle nothing. Same score, by the same score, San Diego leads San Francisco in the second. So Terrence Long to lead it off. It'll be Long, Giambi, and Fasano, bottom third of the order for the Athletics here in the second. Long comes in hitting .217. 3 runs scored. This one's hit to center. Cameron gives chase, and that's going to be up off the wall. Long is going to be in the second, and he's going to try for 3, and he'll make it. So Terrence Long with a leadoff triple. So Milwaukee's taking the lead over Houston now, 10-9 in the 7th. So Jeremy Giambi with a chance to put the A's further ahead, as Wilson goes out to talk to Sele. Ball 1. So Giambi hitting .250 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. 1-1 the count now. 2-1 on Giambi. 1-2 now. St. Louis shutting out Colorado 5-0 in the 7th. And this one's hit to right. Javier comes in. And the run will tag and score. So Long lowers his shoulder and Wilson puts the leather on him. But he's going to be in there safe. So Jeremy Giambi gets a sacrifice fly to increase the Oakland lead now 2-0. Sel Fasano getting his first at bat of the season. He's only 1 for 21 on the actual season. And he'll draw the walk. You definitely don't want to walk a batter who hit less than 100 for the season. So Fasano not a threat to steal. Brings up top of the order Damon. 0 for 1. 1-0 the count. Count goes to 2-0 in Damon. 3-0. And this one's hit to right. That's foul out of play. Little dribble to short. This could be 2 over to second for 1. Back to first, and they'll turn 2. So Damon grounds into the 6-4-3 double play. So St. Louis increases the lead over Colorado now 7-0 in the 7th. So 2 outs and a runner on first. Damon is a threat to steal. We'll throw over to first. And he's back safely. Try one more time. Back safely again. So Menechino up now. He's 1 for 1. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. Little dribble to second. They're going to go the short way. Over to second. So 4-6 on the put out to end the inning. So Anaheim 7, Texas 2 in the 3rd. So top of the order, Javier will lead it off. Now 2-0 Athletics. Little dribble to third. Chavez with a great play. Barehands it, fires over to first. A diving stab. Gets up and guns him down. So Menechino is Javier is retired for out number 1. Mike Cameron 0 for 1 now. That's going to be fouled down the third baseline. ID Gesture is now playing Warframe. And that's a dribble to short. Nice play by Tejada to end the inning. San Diego 2, San Francisco nothing in the 3rd. So Jason Giambi up now, 0 for 1. As we head to the bottom of the 3rd. This is popped up down the third base line. Bell gives chase, but that'll be out of play. And this one hit a long way to center. Cameron is there, though, and makes the catch for out number 1. Mario Valdez up now. He strikes out. So 2 down now for Tejada, 1 for 1. Hit the center. Cameron has a beat on it. Ranges to his right and makes the catch. So Anaheim still leads Texas 7-3 in the third. Edgar Martinez up now 0 for 1. And Long will make the catch in center for out number 1. A little dribble to Tejada is up with it over to first. And Olu retired. Mark McElmore 0 for 1. A little dribbler. Tejada with a nice ranging play over to first. And the Mariners go in order in the 4th. So after 3.5, it remains 2-0 Oakland. Seattle managing just 2 hits on the day. So Eric Chavez to lead it off 0 for 1. A little dribbler. Oh, nice play by Boone. Gets him at first. Terrence Long 1 for 1 up now. Had a triple his first time up. This one goes all the way to the wall. Looks like he's going to have his... No, he's going to stop at second. So now he's got a triple and a double. Stand-up double. So Jeremy Giambi up now. Sacrifice fly his first time up. In the Denise strike 1. This one's hit down the right field line. And that'll go foul. So Jeremy Giambi quickly in the hole, 0-2. And it's going to be ball 1. Count evens at 2. Full count now. And he'll walk him after getting ahead 0-2. Gotta bring up Fasano. Mariners playing back in double play depth, hoping to turn 2. This one's hit a long way down the left field line and but foul. 1-1 now. 2-1 the count in Fasano. He walked his last time up. Oh my goodness, and he walks again, so Sele having control issues. Loads the bases with only 1 down for Johnny Damon. I think we're going to play the infield in. He's going to be hard to double up. We can play the infield in. So Johnny Damon. 0 for 2 on the day. Ball 1. A little nubber. And we're going to try to go home. 74% chance. Yes. Throws home. And gets the force at home. And back to first. And they turn the 6-2-3 double play. So they double up Damon by bringing the infield in. So it remains just 2-0 after 4. Hopefully that'll spark the offense for the Mariners. Have been pretty quiet so far today. Just 2 hits in 4 innings. Gann up now, 1 for 1. And he'll ground out to Giambi, who takes it to the bag himself for out number 1. Dan Wilson up now. Little dribbler. And he's retired. Mankino retires him for out number 2. That'll bring up David Bell, who's 0 for 1. Gives this one a ride to left, but Damon's there to make the catch for out number 3. So San Francisco has tied San Diego 2-2 now in the 5th. So we head to the... So halfway through, it's Oakland 2 and Seattle nothing. And Aquino up now, 1 for 2. It's this one, the center. Cameron gives chase and makes the catch near the warning track for out number 1. Jason Giambi, 0 for 2 on the day. It's this one, the center. Cameron goes back deep, and that's going to be off the wall. And Giambi gets his first hit of the day, a 1-out double. So Detroit is taking the lead over Minnesota now, 6-3 in the 11th. in the 11th, so they must have gone into extra innings, obviously. So Detroit has probably scored 3 runs in the top of the 11th, so let's keep an eye on that one. So Valdez up now. Valdez 0 for 1 officially. And it's going to be lunged at and missed for strike 1. 1-1 the count now. This one's hit to right. And it goes foul. Out of the start of the reach of Javier. So 2-2 the count now. 3-2 the count. This one's popped up behind the plate. Wilson will give chase, but looks like that'll go out of play. So the count remains 3-2. And that's going to fall in there for a base hit. Giambi will be held at third. So to put runners at the corners with a 1 down, we're going to bring the infield in once again. Okay, infield in for Tejada, who's 1 for 2. As Wilson goes out to top to Sele. Here's the pitch. Oh, and whatever he said to him did not work. So Tejada is going to get himself a 2-run double. And it's actually a 1-run double. Sorry. So the whole Valdez at third. So another run in, 3-0 now. Keep the infield in. And that's line 2. I'm gonna try it. He's only a 1-runner. The odds are against us, but we're gonna try it anyway. Cut off and throw to third. I think we got a better percentage. Let's do that. Oh, and we don't get it there either. So a run comes in. It's 4-0 now. And the sacrifice fly by Chavez. Tejada tags up and moves to third. Brings up Terrence Long, 2 for 2 on the day. A little dribbler. And he's out. Close play there. Long not happy with that one. So we'll head to the top of the 6th with the Mariners now down by 4. So Mariners in danger of going 2-6 on the season. They would actually be 6-2. So everything going the opposite for the Mariners so far this year. So I think we're going to have... We're going to have... He's got a hit on the day. We'll let him stay in. It's grounded to short. And he's safe. So Javier beats it out. So Javier with an infield single to lead it off in the top of the 6th. Mike Cameron 0 for 2. Pops this one up. Looks like Tejada has a beat on it in the outfield grass and makes the catch for out number 1. Brett Boone 0 for 2. Ball 1 in tight. 2-0 the count. Count goes to 2-1. Little dribble at Tejada. Ooh, nice play by diving stop. Gets up, throws a second for 1, and is able to turn 2. So a great play by Tejada there. And double play to end the inning. So Los Angeles has jumped out way ahead of Arizona now, 13-2 in the top of the 9th. So they're looking to get a win today easily. Sele looks fine. We're definitely going to get somebody up in the bullpen here. We've got a lot of lefties. I think we're going to get... I'm going to get Arthur Rhodes up. Oops. Rhodes will start warming up in the bullpen. So Jeremy Giambi up now. Does not have an official at bat. Sacrifice fly. And ooh, that one's going to drop in there. Gets his first hit of the day. So Anaheim leads Texas now 7-4 in the 6th. So Sal Fasano up there now. Curveball, strike 1 called. 0-2 the count. And he strikes him out in 3 pitches. So I think that is going to be it for Sele, as he's reached the 100 pitch mark. So Arthur Rhodes will come in to face Johnny D.
Pitching for Seattle, Arthur.
So the lefty Arthur Rhodes comes in. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings, no record, 3.86 earned run average, 5 hits allowed, 2 home runs though, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .263 against him. And that's a little dribble back to Rhodes over the second for 1, back to first, and he turns the double play, and that'll do it. So no further damage. And we head to the 7th with Seattle still trailing by 4. San Diego leads San Francisco 4-2 in the 7th. So Edgar Martinez up now 0 for 2. Hits this one back to the box. Mulder with it over to first for out number 1. 0 for 2 up now. Strikes him out. So 2 up and 2 down for the Mariners in the 7th as Mulder continues to dominate. Only allowing 3 hits to the Mariners today. McLemore 0 for 3. And that'll do it. So Arthur Rhodes back out there for another inning of work. Menechino 1 for 3 up to the plate now. San Diego now leads San Francisco 7-2 in the 7th. Little dribble to short. Guillen up with it. Over to first to retire Menechino for out number 1. Jason Giambi 1 for 3. Pops this one up. McLemore comes running in. Cameron comes running in and makes a great diving catch. So 2 up and 2 down for Valdez, 1 for 2. He'll pop this one up to Boone. Boone up on the grass. And makes the catch. So Ramon Hernandez is going to come in to catch for the Oakland Athletics. Mulder back out there for his 8th inning of work. Guillen up now, 1 for 2. Strikes out. Dan Wilson up now, 0 for 2. A little dribbler. So 2 up and 2 down. Alright, just like in the real game, we're going to bring a pinch hitter in for him, and we're going to bring in ICHIRO Suzuki to pinch hit.
Pinch hitting for Seattle, ICHIRO Suzuki.
So Suzuki comes in against Mulder now. And he gives this one a ride, and Suzuki with a pinch hit home run. Wow. Puts the Mariners on the board, so perhaps that's a spark they needed. Hopefully it's not too little too late. I don't think it will be, though, because they're only down by 3 runs. So Javier up now, 2 for 3. And now it's going to go through for a base hit. And I don't know how that's a poor play, and Chavez was nowhere near him. Okay. So that's a little off there, the animation. So Mike Cameron 0 for 3. Let's see if that put a spark into him. Ball 1. 1-1 the count. 2-1 the count now in Cameron. Count goes to 3-1. Full count now. So Javier will be off on the pitch with 2 down. And he'll draw the walk. So the tying run will come up in the form of Brett Boone. He could definitely tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. Had 37 home runs on the season. Only 1 so far, but... And it's going to be ball 1 high. So Mulder has reached his 100th pitch. 1-1 the count now, swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Count goes to 3-1. And he will draw the walk to load the bases. So that is going to be it from Mulder.
Magnet.
As Mike Magnanti comes in. Magnanti has pitched an inning in 2/3, no decisions, nor has not allowed an earned run. Has allowed 1 hit and 2 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting 167 against him. So Edgar Martinez comes to the plate. 0 for 3 on the day, but definitely capable of going long here, as he's got 23 home runs on the season, 1 so far. So Anaheim leads Texas now 10-4 in the 7th. So Magnanti kicks and delivers. Strike 1, swing and a miss. Oh, this one's going to pop up, and Long makes the catch. So Mariners load the bases, but cannot score. But they did load the bases, and they did score before that. But after loading the bases, they were able to score any further. But Ichiro Suzuki hit a solo home run to put the Mariners on the board. So 4-1 after 7.5. So that's going to be... Ooh, we don't have anybody warming up. We should have somebody warming up. So let's see here. Let's warm up Charlton, but also let's warm up... Okay, we'll get Ryan Frank. We'll get lefty and a righty up there. Alright, so Tejada 2 for 3 up to the plate now. We're missing a third baseman. Alright, so let's see here. Let's see, what are we gonna do here? So we're gonna do a double switch here. We're gonna put Ichiro Suzuki in right field. Okay. And now we're going to put... Who could we put in left? Yeah, we have a lot more options for left. So let's move McLemore in to play third. And now we'll put... Do we want to put L. Martin or do we want to put Gibson? So who's the better hitter here? Martin. 240. 7 homers. Gibson. 219. So I think we're going to go with L. Martin. So L. Martin's going to come in and play left. Okay. We're good there. Alright. Alright, so Tejada in there now. Let's go visit anyway. Yeah, we don't want to waste our mound trip anyway. So Tejada strikes out, so Rhodes gets him. So let's go visit the mound now and see how he is. He looks tired. Okay. So we're going to bring in Norm. He's not ready yet, though. Where is he? There he is. So Norm Charlton will come in. Another lefty.
Pitching for Seattle, Norm Charlton.
So Norm Charlton comes in. 3 1/3 innings, 2.70 ERA. No decisions so far. 3 hits, 1 home run allowed. 4 strikeouts, and average opponents hitting .250 against him. So he'll face Chavez, 0 for 3. That's fouled down the first base line. Another one down. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Chavez. And strikes him out in 3 pitches. Terrence Long up now, 2 for 3 with 2 down and the bases empty. Strikes him out.
Pitching for Oakland.
So Charlton does his job. Keeps it a 3-run deficit. And it's going to be Jeff Tam coming in. Interesting. He's got 1-0 record with 2 saves, 3.1 earner and average. 3.1 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts. So O'Rourke to lead it off. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 the count. 2-1 now on O'Rourke. 3-1 now. And he draws the walk, so good start for the Mariners. So that brings up Mark McLemore, 0 for 3 on the day. And that'll be line to left. Damon makes the catch for out number 1. Guillen in there now, 1 for 3. Strike 1, swing and a miss. 0-2 in the count. Count on Guillen, he's 1 for 3 on the day. 1-2 now as Mr. Brody has rejoined us. Hoping for a Mariners rally. So 2-2 the count now. And that's a little dribble to first. Over to second for 1. Back to first. And that will do it. Oh no! Who got injured? What is going on here? So Guillen beats it out. What is going on here? They've got Johnny Damon at shortstop. What in the world is the computer doing here? So it looks like Tejada got injured. That's a big blow for the A's. But they got Jennings in left now. And they moved Damon in, who's a 0 at shortstop. So Johnny Damon playing shortstop. So let's hit it to Damon. Maybe we can get a... Oh, man. So Dan Wilson up now, 0 for 3 on the day. What do we have on the bench here? Not much. Pat Borders. He's only got 6 at-bats, but he's hitting 500. I think we got to bring him in. We are going to bring in Pat Borders. What's his defense? Hold on here. View Pat Borders. 6 at-bats. Yeah, 3 hits and 6 at-bats, man. Against righties, he's 2 for 3. Defensively, he's... What's his usage? Fielding, here we go. I don't know what his rating is. 1.9. Well, we're gonna... Oh, durability 4. Let's see here. Catcher arm 3. I will bring him in. Why not? This is the best time to bring him in. So Pat Borders will come in the pinch hit for Wilson.
Pinch hitting for Seattle, Pat Borders.
All right. And that's going to be a base hit. All right. So do we have anybody else to bring in the catch, though? So Tom Lampkin could come in to catch. So Charles Gibson. Yeah, I think we got to put the faster runner in. And Lampkin can still come in and catch for Borders. Okay, we'll do that. So Gibson comes in the pinch run. So runners at the corners for ICHIRO Suzuki. ICHIRO Suzuki homered his only pinch hit. And his only at bat today, a pinch hit, home run. Oh, that would be awesome if he could get a 3-run home run to tie the game up. Let's see what he can do here. So Tam looks in for the sign from Hernandez. Wind up in the pitch. Ball 1. 2-0 the count in Suzuki. Count goes to 3-0. We gotta have him take one here. In there for a strike. Oh, that's gonna be a dribbler, and they're gonna go the short way to end the game. But they did at least get the tying run up to the plate. But fortunately, they cannot come through.
Network Associates Coliseum, Oakland 4, Seattle 1. Oakland has won 8 straight. Mark Mulder picks up the win. He is now 2-0 on the season. Aaron Sele is the loser. He is now 0-2 on the season. Jeff Tam gets the save. Number 3, ICHIRO Suzuki hit home run number 1 on the season. Time of the game: 2 hours, 52 minutes.
So it seems like without Suzuki, that the Mariners are pretty futile. Tejada, though, let's see what we'll have to check the injury on Tejada. That could be a big blow for the Athletics. Even though they got the victory here, they're now 8-0 though to start the season. Seattle a rough 2-6 after actually starting the season 6-2. Ouch. So let's see here. So Mulder goes to 2-0, 7 2/3 innings, 5 hits, just 1 run. It was earned. Just that solo home run to Suzuki. That was it. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Yeah, right now just minuscule 0.54. Minanti gets the hold, and Tam comes in and gets his 3rd save of the season. Aaron Sele falls to 0-2, 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks and 3 strikeouts, so he was wild. Arthur Rhodes had good stuff, pitches 2 innings, a scoreless relief, striking out 1. And Norm Trouton also very good, 2/3 of an inning, striking out both batters he faced. Check out the batting now. So for the Oakland Athletics, Johnny Damon, left field and shortstop, 0 for 4. Menechino, I think it is, actually, 1 for 4 with a run scored. And Miss Maggs is in here, he got a double. Jason Giambi was 1 for 4 with a run scored and a double. Yeah, Miss Mags, come in and say hi. Valdez was 1 for 3 with a run scored, walked once. Tejada 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. I think Tejada is going to be player of the game, despite getting injured. Jennings came in to play left field, did not get in at bat. Chavez 0 for 4 with an RBI. Terrence Long 2 for 4 with a run scored. Jeremy Giambi 1 for 1 officially with an RBI and a walk. Also had a sacrifice fly. Sal Fasano was 0 for 1. And it's funny they don't put Pat Borders in as pinch runner. Well, Pat Borders was a pinch runner. I mean, no, he wasn't a pinch runner. He got a base hit. Yeah, where's Pat Borders? Oh, the other team. Wrong team. Sorry about that. And Hernandez came as a catcher, not getting at bat. So here we go. Now for the Seattle. Javier was 3 for 4. Al Martin came in to play left field, did not get at bat. Cameron 0 for 3 with a walk. Brett Boone 0 for 3 with a walk. Martinez 0 for 4. Orud continues to struggle also. 0 for 3 with a walk. Struck out twice. Mark Lemore, left fielder, third baseman, 0 for 4. Guillen, 1 for 4. Dan Wilson, 0 for 3. Pat Borders came in as a pinch hitter, was 1 for 1. Gibson came in as a pinch runner, did not get in at bat. David Bell, 0 for 2. And ICHIRO Suzuki, 1 for 2 with a solo home run, the only run for the Mariners. So let's check out the miscellaneous here. See if we get an update on an error by Tejada. Injury. So he's only injured for today, so it's not that big of an injury there. He'll be back in the next game, which I think is another game against the Mariners, as they go for the sweep against the Mariners. Seattle left 8 runners on base, Oakland 6. Seattle turned 2 double plays, Oakland 1. Tejada with the game-winning RBI, so he definitely deserves a player of the game. Look at the score sheets. So there's the score sheet for the Seattle Mariners. Clinton Parks likes to look at that. And there is the score sheet for the Oakland Athletics. Here's the recap. Alright. Play-by-play. Those of you interested. And that is it. So let's go back to the complete here. So thank you for joining us. Being Eric from High Ground Gaming. My co-host Mr. Brody here. Snoozing on his Saturday afternoon. Yeah, Mr. Brody. Another tough game for the Mariners, says Mr. Brody. So thank you for joining us. Miss Mags also says thank you. And we'll see you in the next ICHIRO Suzuki career replay using Action PC Baseball. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.